So hello everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss the two types of sorting algorithm, the selection sort and merge sort. Now I have a sample code to discuss. So let's begin with the selection sort. Using the given code as an example, we entered 5 unsorted elements in the array. We use a for loop to scan the array list sequentially. We get the first position in the list. 2 is the first element since it is in the index 0. Then we use another loop to scan the list to find any element in the array that is less than 2. With the current array list, there is no element that is less than 2. So 2 is the smallest element in the array. So then we proceed to the second position in the list, which is index 1. In index 1 is element 3. Then we scan the array to the right again and look for the element is less than 3. Since there is none, we proceed to index 2, which is 8. Then scan the elements to its right to look for the element that is less than 8. The last element in the array is 5. 5 is less than 8. Then we swap the position of 5 and 8. To do that, we first initialize variable index to the current value of j, which is 4. It is the current index of the element 5. Then pass the value to our index to int smaller number. Since variable index is now 4, so the current value of our index is 5. So int smaller number is equals to 5. Then we pass the value of ri, which is currently 8, to our index. Then pass the value of smaller number, which is 5, to ri. This will make 5 and 8 to swap position. Then we proceed to index 3, which is 9. We scan the elements to its right and test if it is less than 9. Then since 8 is less than 9, then we proceed to swap the position of element 9 and 8. We initialize the variable index to the current value of j, which is 4. This is the current index of 8. Then we pass the value of our index to int smaller number. Since the variable index is now 4, so the current value of our index 8. So int smaller number is now equals to 8. Then we pass the value of ri, which is currently 9, to our index. Then pass the value of smaller number, which is 8, to ri. This will make 8 and 9 swap positions. Then if you output the array we imported, it will be now 2, 3, 5, 8, 9. It is now sorted from lowest to highest. Then sorting elements using merge sort. To do a merge sort, first we divide the array into equal half and then combines them in a sorted manner. In the output of our code, we entered 5 unsorted elements in the array. We need to divide it to equal half. To do this, we created a merge sort method. In here, we created int l and initialized it to our length. Then since we only entered 5 elements, so int l is equal to 5. Then we created we test first is less than 2. This means it will test if there's only one element in the array, and if yes, it will directly return. Then we created int mid and initialize it to l divided by 2. Then since we only have 5 elements, our int mid is equals to 2. Then we created an array for the left side and right side. We initialize the size of the left array to mid. So left array will have a size of 2 since our mid is 2. Then we initialize the size of right arrays to L minus mid. Since our L 5, we subtract our mid, which is 2. So it means our array right will have the size of 3. Then we need to put elements in left array. To do this, we use a for loop. In here, I is initialized to 0. This means we will start at index 0, then test if I is less than mid. it is true since our mid is 2. Then we pass the value of Ri to left I. The element in our index 0, which is 2, so element 2 will be passed to Ra left index 0. We increment I by 1 each iteration until the condition is I less than mid is false. We continue the iteration of this for loop. So our array left will have the elements 2 and 3, because when I is incremented to, the condition I less than mid is false, because I with a value of 2 will now be equals to mid, which also have a value of 2. Then we do the same process to put elements in the right array, but the different is we initialize I to the value of 2, so it will start at the index 2. Then as long as our I is less than the L, which is 5, this loop will continue to iterate. If condition is true, we will pass the value of Ri. I is 2, so it will pass the element in the index 2 of the main array, which is 5. The array right I minus mid, I subtract by mid. The correct value of I2 is 2. If we subtract it by mid, which is also 2, it will become 0. So it means that the current value of Ri, which is 5, will be passed to the right index 0. After putting the remaining elements to the array right, so now we have left array that contains the left half of the original array and right array that contains the right half of the original array. Then we need to merge sort these two arrays. To do this, we need to recursively call it with our left and right array. Then we need to merge these two arrays together. To do this, we need to create another method. We call it merge method. This will take in the original array, so we can put the merge left and right array to it inserted. Then left and right array. Then inside this method, we create int left size and initialize it to the length of left array, which is 2. And the right size is initialized to the length of right array, which is 3. Then we need to create 3 variables for iteration, which is I, j, and k, and initialize it all to 0. I is the iterator for the left, j is for the right, and k for the merging the array. Then we created a loop. Then the condition for this loop is I less than left size and j is less than right size. This means if any of this conditional statement is false, it will stop the loop. Inside this while loop, we compare it if left I to right j, if left I is less than right j. Pass the value of left I to rk, which is the main array. Then we increment I by 1 to look at the next element in the left array. But if the left I is greater than right j, we pass the value of right j to rk. Then increment j by 1 to look at the next element in the right array. Then set to the next index in the main array, we increment k by 1. This will continue until the conditional statement of this while loop is false. Then we can add the remaining elements in either left or right array to the main array using these two while loop, while I is less than left size and while j is less than right size. Then we only need to call the merge method to our merge sort method. Then you give it to r left and right. Then call the merge sort method in the main method. So that's all for the sample code, and thank you for watching.